EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the LA Chargers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to step. With runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Pickett. That is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. This is taken at the 23. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw here, Herbert. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Again, it's Harris on second down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On the delay, here's Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Johnston sent in motion. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Back to throw, Pickett. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Pickett now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to learn that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Dialing up another pass here, Pickett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, here's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up 3rd down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to 3rd down and making a play there.
Set.
3rd down and 13.
21.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. On is the Chargers punter now. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Wolf, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's Pickett. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but they still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pickett. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Herbert on 1st down now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Harris running straight ahead, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 5-9.
Now it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Steps away to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Second down. Here's Pickett. He finds Austin complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards that time for number 19.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Second and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Wolf. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the run game. Back to the ground. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Let's go.
Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
21. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Pickett on second down. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Pickett sets up play action. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Pickett now from the gun here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is indeed good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to... That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanket in the field going up.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. But Darian Mathis burying him for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd down, it's Wolf. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they send a man in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go. Hey.
Herbert now. And this is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They snap it to Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Home good try. Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll run on first down. Wolf trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Deion Henley there on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Pickett back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down now. It's Wolf, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Steelers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Wolf, and he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got a man. It's his fullback. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Here is 3rd and 5. Pickett will look to throw it here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now he's into the clear again, and he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh, and even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give running right is Gainwell.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed.
Fadarian Mathis bringing him down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game.